Coalition in turmoil after cabinet approves Jewish states bill. Palestinian Authority decides to delay its statehood bid. Nuclear talks between Iran and world powers stall as deadline looms. And thousands of Chabad rabbis convene for annual gathering in New York. Shalom and welcome to the Jerusalem Post News. The top stories for November 24th. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's coalition suffered a new crisis yesterday after the cabinet approved controversial legislation giving legal weight to Israel's Jewish character. Justice Minister Tzipi Livni and Finance Minister Yair Lapid have both called the measure anti-democratic and said they will not vote for it in a preliminary vote next week. They have not, however, stated they will vote against it, which means they may abstain. If a minister votes against government policy, it is akin to resigning. The Prime Minister can fire them. 3 proposed versions of the law have been authorised by the coalition, with 15 in favour and 6 opposed, all declaring Israel to be the site of self-determination exclusively for the Jewish people. Netanyahu's version avoids some of the more controversial sections of the 2 similar private member bills, such as the status of Arabic and settlement construction. The Palestinian Authority announced today that it had decided to delay its statehood bid at the United Nations Security Council, which was supposed to take place at the end of the month. PA Foreign Minister Riyad Malki told Palestinian news agency MAN that the decision came following US pressure and threats, as well as the failure of the PA to secure the backing of 9 Security Council members in favour of the bid. PA President Mahmoud Abbas said 2 weeks ago he was determined to proceed with his plan to seek a Security Council resolution that would set a timetable for full Israeli withdrawal to the pre-1967 lines. Abbas was hoping that the resolution would declare all the territories captured by Israel in 1967, including East Jerusalem, as the lands of the future Palestinian state. Iran and the 6 world powers were expected to suspend nuclear negotiations today and to reconvene next month after the latest round of talks failed to clinch a deal. This was revealed by a source close to the talks. The deadline that had been set by the parties was midnight today. The source noted that Iran could not expect any new sanctions relief for the time being. The talks are aimed at securing a deal under which sanctions against Iran would gradually be lifted in exchange for curbs on its nuclear program. While a deal seems far from reach, all parties seem to agree on the need to find a path forward.
We're all focused on trying to get to a deal, but I wouldn't want to give any false hopes here. We're still quite a long way apart, and there are some very tough and complex issues to deal with, but we're all focused right now on trying to get that deal done.
And thousands of Chabad rabbis met in New York this week for an annual event for the emissaries of the Lubavitch rabbi who died in 1994. Some 5,200 of the Hasidic sect rabbis from more than 80 countries gathered in Crown Heights, Brooklyn over the weekend for the 31st annual event. Rabbis came from as far as Bangkok and Congo to attend the event. And that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with more news from Israel. Until then, shalom from the Jerusalem Post studios.